And as you can see, I'm doing a part 2 of this spring break live stream yesterday. Despite being interrupted, I got a lot of likes. Thanks to all my faithful loyal subscribers who helped me along this journey. I'm going to discuss about WrestleMania 41 and how horrific and horrendous that pay-per-view event was. It was disappointing. It was just the same old predictable bullshit every time. And it let the fans down. That's why I did the right thing, saving my money, and didn't buy that pay-per-view. That pay-per-view was a freaking albatross beyond words. It was atrocious, boring, bland, big time. It's just catered to nonsense and foolishness. Hello, DEFCON. Hi, Anthony. Welcome to part 2 of this spring break live stream. I hope everybody doing well. Oh, yes, we know. WrestleMania sucked big time. It was disappointing. A lot of people were disappointed. It's a good thing I saved my money and didn't buy that garbage because I knew how bad it got. And I want to explain my brief history why I stopped watching WWE for 11 and a half years. And I learned from this mistake dearly. It was back in WrestleMania 30 to 2014. Hi, Brian. Hi, Brian. Welcome to the live stream free-for-all. Spring break. I'm doing well. I'm doing great. Nice warm weather. I've been looking for this for months, to be honest with you. Winter and fall's not my thing, as you can see. Alexander B. Brown, the beloved loyal subscribers. Everybody say hello to Alexander B. Brown. He's a very loyal subscriber from my past child and the current one. As you can see, Alexander B. Brown, I've been posting a lot of themes for over the years and stepped up my game. You'll be mind blown with all the stuff I remember. Yes, it's pretty nice. A fine day for spring break, the perfect day to go and get yourself a slushie or something from Speedway. And I love Speedway. Where was I? I was at the horrific WrestleMania 41 results. John Cena won the title over that twink, Cody Rhodes. A wrestler with no behind. All skinny. And the so-called women's tag team, don't get me started on that. That was fucking boring. Lackluster, no hotness. It's just boring. Women full of tattoos. And Becky Lynch and that other woman named Lyra, I don't know what the fuck her last name is. They won the WWE Women's Tag Team titles. It was boring. And Logan Paul, that bone butt twink with no sex appeal, beat AJ Styles. We know AJ Styles, the dude from TNA. Randy Orton had beaten Joe Hendry, another skinny ass twink. And Jade that lady from AEW had defeated Naomi. Boring. That was a major yawn. Seth Cringy Collins, yawn. All today's wrestlers are just bathroom breaks. You want to flip the channel immediately and go watch Family Guy and American Dad. Because that's how fucking boring WWE have got. It's unwatchable. It's just too soft, too weak, and have no badassery by stars. That company just infuriated me and insulted every old school fan's intelligence, to be honest with you. I say it like it is. WWE and AEW is a waste of time. Their ratings is in the zeros. Nobody ain't watching them. Their products is fucking unwatchable. It still is unwatchable. Wait, what the fuck happened to Spring Break? You used to have a lot of good stuff at that time. Now it's just boring and flatline and just awful. I remember I uploaded a couple clips of the Jerry Springer show with the Spring Break. That's the moment that I missed over. Yeah, I was right. He's nothing but a bone but no muscle twink. Remember that Rock viciously beat the fuck out of that fool? For degrading The Rock's legacy and his family heritage? That's something that you don't do. Because you're gonna get your ass beat and your face is gonna be in a bloody crimson mask. This is what you get when you fuck with the final boss. And there was a unaired scene that The Rock was viciously letting F-bombs left and right. Fuck your story. Fuck PG. Fuck all that. The Rock was freaking infuriated. And I don't blame him. Today's product is just filled with soft, weak twinks who can't wrestle, who can't cut a promo, can't draw a fucking dime. The whole entire product is unwatchable. That's why people like me moved on. I try to look for other things. Like I said, I rather watch Andy Sedaris movies. Is it you guys are a fan of Andy Sedaris movies from back in the good old days? He made a lot of movies. My favorite one is Day of the Warrior. But the WCW legend, Marcus Alexander Bagwell, aka Buff Daddy, and known as the Warrior. And it was a woman who played the American Gladiators named Zap. She's in that movie too. Yes. Exactly, DEF CON. We need monstrous, badass male wrestlers and bodacious beach babes that could wrestle. We need bodacious beach babes that look good in anything. G-string bikinis. And I was watching that hot body bikini contest. Those are the women that we miss. Good looking women, no tattoos, not a single piercing, and not looking like Rhea Ripley that look like a fucking dude. With no boobs. She looked like a freaking dude with all those tattoos all over her body. Oh my stars. What the fuck happened to the women of this era? Everywhere I look, I see them with tattoos, covering their bodies, their legs, their arms. You don't see that from the 80s and the 90s. And I remember rocker chicks like Vixen, Lita Ford, they were sexy, but they keep their sex appeal. Although they had big hair, I love the big hair and the teased bangs from that time. And the late Vanity. She was beautiful and gorgeous. I miss her. I miss Prince. I miss all the stars, like Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, Donna Summer. Today's people are just terrible. This era is an abomination within itself. I don't know what happened to all the good times we used to had from back in the 70s to 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. Everything just went completely south. I just feel awful about what happened. That WrestleMania was freaking disappointing. It was horrific. It was an epic fail. And Travis Scott, Triple H, and Stephanie McMahon were the blames. I'm tired of that big nose Triple H fool. He should have been in the Hall of Fame. And you gonna take stuff seriously with that crap, knowing that the fans don't want that. Pay-per-views are getting degraded. If they put that cringy stuff, the NXT is no better neither. Have no muscles, bone butt, skinny twinks. I can't wrestle. All they do is just flips and kicks. I know vicious badassery. The only vicious dude that has the badassery is Randy Orton. Mad respect to him. Another thing I want to discuss about how evil Vince McMahon really is. I want to say this for months, how bad this motherfucker is. An act of betrayal, deception, and abuse of power. After what I heard from various YouTubers, that infuriated me to the core. I was definitely enraged hearing something like this. Randy Orton said he wants to spend time with his family. He has children by stars. He has a loving family. And Vince McMahon said he had to perform every single day. Didn't get no wrestlers, no breaks. Didn't get no. Randy Orton was sad and he was angry that he missed Christmases and holidays for his family. And no one should ever go through that. Missing memories with your beloved ones like that. People can't even see their families. For goodness sakes, they have families. Anyone wants to have a break and spend time with them and enjoy precious moments, not to waste opportunities like that. In the long run, you will regret it. I feel Randy Orton's pain on that one. Mad respect and admiration towards this dude. Yeah, he has my support 100. Because no one should never ever have to deal with missing holidays with beloved ones. Another factor. I heard these stories about the rape allegations. Vince McMahon is a monster. He don't care about a person's safety, health, or well-being at all. He is a toxic boss beyond words. A sad part that hurt me was the late Ashley Mazzaro. Her life was painful and tragic and sad beyond words that nobody could never ever should never feel. It was back in 2006. As she said, she wasn't feeling well. When she got woke up, she felt like something wrong. Something was terribly wrong. And she told Miss McMahon and Stephanie McMahon that she was raped by a soldier by Kuwait. That happened in 2006. Tribute to the troops. That soldier, what he did was unforgivable and an act of betrayal. And violated everything that a soldier shouldn't be doing. And the insult to injury, the insult to that wound, Vince McMahon told her to keep her mouth shut. And swept it under the rug. He swept the thing under the rug. Ashley felt terrible, and it breaks my heart that she had to kill herself because she had to deal with so much pain because this story hurt me. It really hurt me. And Stephanie McMahon, she's no better neither. She was complicit. All they care about is their pride in an image. Tell her keep her mouth shut about the rape and swept it under the fucking rug and didn't care. Didn't have no sign of remorse. Unforgivable. And then another rape allegation happened. A woman who worked at the company named Janelle Grant says she was raped by Vince McMahon. As they say, all things that with the dark comes to the light. Vince McMahon is getting the worst and devastating karma for all the hurt and all the pain he had caused towards people. After finding this out, I was beyond flabbergasted. I was in rage. Rage. How could you not show no heart, no compassion, no empathy? And threaten people like that? It was back in 2006 where Edge and Lita was doing that celebration. Vince McMahon threatened Lita to do it. If she don't, she'd be fired. Another tidbit I just found out about. Vince McMahon did a lot of rotten, vile, and deplorable and despicable things over the decades. We didn't know about this till now. I knew that Vince McMahon screwed Bret Hart for the WWF title during that Survivor Series. And Bret Hart sucker punched him and said, 14 fucking years. You betrayed me, motherfucker. If I were you, I'd never ever work for Vince McMahon. After what I just over the years. You're supposed to care about a person's health, safety, and well-being. And show passion. Thanks, guys. Yeah, they should have been investigated. You guys rock. You guys rock all the way. Thank you. Next month is the 26th year of Owen Hart's death. This one hits home. There's so much I want to say. That stuff should never ever happened. Even Jim Cornette says it was fucking foolish to do the stunt. You have these arrogant people use their abuse of power and don't care. Owen was reluctant to do that stunt. And when that malfunction happened, he fell 8 feet and hit the turnbuckle and destroyed his aorta, causing eternal bleeding. And when JR said the news that Owen Hart died, it sent shockwaves to the community. The old school fans like myself. My uncle told me and Mom that Owen Hart died. I was in a disbelief and stare shock. Bret Hart's beloved brother dead. And the insult to injury, they still continue to show after someone died. Lack of compassion, lack of good traits, all of that. When a person dies, you stop the whole thing. Vince McMahon didn't care at all. Vince McMahon didn't care. Owen didn't want the show to go on after he passed away. And I remember that Dark Side of the Ring I watched with Jim Cornette, he was crying. He was emotionally crying. He was devastated because no one should never ever go through that. He said it right. It was fucking foolish and stupid. And that such should never ever happen. That should have been prevented. But Vince McMahon didn't give a fuck. He cared about his pride and image and money. But I want to say, Owen Hart's still an amazing wrestler. And he dearly be missed. He was on way, way, way too soon. And give props to Sting. He's amazing too. I tried to look for an episode where Sting was on Walker, Texas Ranger. And so is Hulk Hogan. I try to remember all the stuff that I try to work on this channel and try to make it as great as my last one. Because I dedicate stuff to the fans and try to go all the way with this. WWE, I remember Martha Hart has sued the WWF of a long wrongful death against her husband. And I don't blame Martha. She do not want her husband to be remembered in the Hall of Fame because of the company, what they did, the company that killed him. She uses Owen Hart's days for charities, dedications, support for families. And that's a good charity cause. She is making Owen Hart from heaven very proud of dedicating his legacy through charity, loyalty, and dedication. That's what this world needs, to honor his legacy and remember the good times that he left behind. Another thing I want to discuss is getting prepared for summer. That's my favorite thing. Love roller coasters, so the beach, the pools, all those fine things, and roller skating. And I want to talk about a fun fact that WCW did during Monday Nitro during the spring breaks. Monday Nitro is in that LA Villa in Florida, where they filmed Monday Nitro. That was a really fun fact. They had pools and stuff. That's the spring break fun that I miss. And that was a fun fact. I think they closed the LA Villa Club ages ago. Cool, DEF CON. Who's ready and prepared for summer? I'm looking forward for it. Music be playing and all that. There's so much. Hi, lady. Welcome to the part 2 of the spring break live stream. We talk about spring break and talk about the horrific fall of WrestleMania 41. And we talk about getting prepared for spring break fun and summer vacation, try to enjoy or create good times and stuff. Spend time with your friends, loved ones, and everything. My motivation is to stay strong. And forget about that WWE, AEW. They'll never be as great as those other organizations that we remember. Woo! Yeah, I heard that Florida has nice beaches. I was looking on YouTube for the best summer beaches like Florida with the nice waters and those cool cabanas. I really like those cabanas with all those beach chairs. Summer is so much fun that way. That's where it's cool. You see a lot of surfers out there. I heard that Faygo have created new flavors. I think I'm going to do a taste test scenario about one of those Faygos. Stay tuned for that. I always love Faygo. Faygo, Pepsi, Coca-Cola. The vanilla Coca-Cola is great. They brought back that orange cream Coca-Cola back. I do a taste test scenario on that too. I'm looking forward for it. Wow! You went to Key West, Florida. Yep. I know it's hot and lit. That place is lit. Next thing I want to discuss. To get more likes to this channel, because I'm trying to start and try to focus on this. As you see here, I can't wait for summer. Going to Cedar Point, learning new beaches. I want to have a good time. Even roller skating. So I'll be prepared for this occasion. The WrestleMania 4 one is just worse. It's just an abomination. It was horrific. The last thing I want to discuss before I end this live stream. What you guys gonna plan to do for this summer? Yes, you can see here. I'm learning more themes as I come by. I learned all the preview guide channels, even NFL themes. I upload NBA themes as well. And the NBA is 79 years old. And the NBA playoffs is getting to be hot. And teams are hungry to win the NBA trophy. Thank you. Thank you. This time I'm on a road of going to reach 2,000 subs. I'm going to do a little project of designing my own little bikini. My uncle had bought me a sewing machine. So I'm trying to create another YouTube channel, a non-copyright YouTube channel, so I can focus on beauty, fashion, innovative, cool ideas, and plus wrestling history too. And I am very determined to accomplish all my goals and dreams. Now that is all of this spring break live stream part 2. It's been a blast. You click like and subscribe to Erica, the WWF WCW Diva Straight 4.0, and help this channel reach to 2,000 subscribers. Let's go all the way and turn this mother out. Peace.